Yo, what's up guys, Saintsfan here, and welcome back to another GTA 5 video. Like I mentioned yesterday in the video where I showed you the unreleased cars, I said I would make a video when I could do the customization, or show you guys the customization, and that's what we're going to be doing in this video. So we're going to start with the Pegasi Vortex, which is going to be one of the new bikes. And just going down the list, so as you can see, it's got the bodywork option. Anything else new, let's check. There's a titanium exhaust you can put on. Lights, stock headlights, and regular stuff. Liveries, so there's 13 liveries. And a lot of these cars, like the regular bikes that came out yesterday, they have a ton of customization. You can see this one's got just some simple sort of sport-esque liveries. There are two colors. The primary is black, and then I'll make the secondary white. On this one, on the engine, you can change the engine block to different colors, or it's lit. What? It's lit. Is that an actual thing? That is actually pretty funny. And then the fairing, which is the stuff at the bottom too. Now going into bodywork, we have frames, so you can make it carbon or you can make it engraved. That's actually pretty damn freaking cool. The mudguards, typical stuff here. You got a scoop mudguard, which is actually kind of neat. You can see the headlight box changing there. This has got some pretty cool headlights on this bike. It looks like a freaking mask, actually. Oh, it looks like an alien. That's what it was called, I guess. That's actually really cool. I like this bike a lot. And then you got the tail on the back, which we're going to go ahead and put on. Although taking it off looks kind of weird. But we'll put the sharp tail on. And then the fuel tank, you can make it an aggressor. I kind of like the smaller look, though. So we're going to keep it at that. So pretty awesome customization for the Vortex. I might do some speed tests. Let me know in the comment section if you would like to see me do some speed tests maybe with this, comparing it with some of the other bikes that are in the game. But this one looks like it may be one of the better ones when it does get released. All right, so next up we have the BF Raptor. And this one, as you can see, is in the sports category, actually, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if it's going to be useful for races or anything. This one, you can see there's no bodywork, so it's not like the bikes. You can change the lights, you know, typical stuff. The respray option, well, you can already see the red and the yellow for the two options there. And the window option, that's about all you can really customize, is the little window up in front. So there's actually no customization for this bike, or for this car, this vehicle. And there's no livery options either. So it's what you get is all that is there. I mean, you can see, obviously, changing the color. It's a pretty awesome color scheme. But this bike, or this vehicle, what is this? Is this a bike? Is this a car? I don't know. It's a combination. But don't be looking to customize it when it does come out. Next up, we have the Damon 2. But as we head in there, I just want to let you guys know, I don't know the prices as of yet. When I do know those prices of all these vehicles, I'll definitely let you guys know, so you can be up to date and know some info about these vehicles before they come to online. Now this one, if we go on engine, the engine block, you can see it's got a few different options there. Air filters, it's got actually quite a bit of options here, which is kind of awesome. Apart from the bodywork, which we'll hop into last, there's nothing else except for the liveries. But this one, kind of similar to the zombie. It's got 19 liveries. As you see, I'm scrolling through quite a bit, and I feel like this one might be one of the better options in terms of bikes and customization, if you were looking for that. But we'll hop into the bodywork so you can see. So there's a sissy bar. You can put that up on the back if you want. Then there's the front mud guards, which are like all the other bikes. Then you get the handlebars, which you can actually change if you want. Oh, you can put a mirror on. That's actually pretty cool. The seats, you have a few different options here. You can change them to look more vintage if you want. Oil tank down there at the bottom, you can see that's the same on all the vehicles or all the bikes. And then the tanks, you get the same sort of tanks. Although this one has a cool little gauge there that I don't believe is on any of the other vehicles or any of the other bikes. For belt drive covers, that's the same as well. And then the last but not least, we have the shifters, which is the same as all the other ones too. So pretty decent customization. The liveries, I think, are the best. Let's go to respray. So the primary will be black, and then we'll make the secondary white, just so you can see. That's actually a pretty cool color scheme. Ooh, and combining that with the white rims, I like that a lot, actually. So there's the Damon 2. All right, next up we have the Shotaro. I think it's actually the Nagasaki or something. We'll find out when we go in. But listen to when I get on this. That is a freaking amazing sounding startup sound. So yeah, this one is the Nagasaki Shotaro. I'm not expecting to have much customization on this. This one does not have a bodywork option, but you do have the front mudguard, which will just allow you to remove the wheels. But honestly, that's kind of one of the cooler parts about this bike. But if you want it to be less crazy looking, then yeah, you can remove those. Let's see, lights. That doesn't change anything. Respray option. So there are 2 colors, like I showed. So that we have black, obviously, and then the secondary color. Apart from that, though, there's not much you can customize. I do want to see. Okay, so changing the rims does not really do much because they are covered. So that's not going to really give you a better look to your car, and it doesn't remove the hubcaps or whatever you want to call them on the rims. Honestly, though, it don't matter because this freaking thing is going to be a lot of fun to use in online. And I just noticed if you look at the tire as I'm driving it around, it actually looks pretty cool. All right, so just driving the Sanctus from like a block away to here, I can say the handling it doesn't feel that great, but we'll have to wait and see. Oh, I like how the eyes on this bike sort of glow. But this one is, I'm assuming, going to have a pretty decent amount of customization. There are 19 liveries. Wow, okay. So you can see the liveries underneath. It's kind of hard, actually, because the freaking the rib cage of the bike. But you can sort of see them. I'm assuming they kind of look like just the regular liveries. There's nothing Halloween specific, I guess, about them. As for the options to respray, you have black, and then we'll make the secondary white again. So you can see, okay, so the secondary actually affects the skull. That's kind of cool. And the cobwebs back there. That's pretty neat. As for the engine, so you have the chromed options and then the secondary and all that. Then you have air filters. Same stuff that we have on the other bikes. And then moving into the bodywork, so we have the front mud guards. So you can either have them custom or custom chrome tipped. But obviously, if you're going to buy this as a sort of Halloween thing, you're not going to want to get rid of that. Although I guess you can make it a more traditional style bike if you don't like. Maybe after Halloween, I guess, is over, you can take the decorations, so to speak, down. But you can also remove the fuel tank or the rib cage on the fuel tank if you don't want that. And then the belt dive or drive cover, that's the same. Although this one actually has flame. Do the other ones have flames, I wonder? I don't know. But just to actually give you an idea of what this may look like with all the stuff removed, all the customization removed. So here you go. Obviously, you can change the rim color. You still have cobwebs like underneath where he's sitting. And obviously, you're still going to have the skull on the front. But maybe if you didn't want it as crazy, you want just a less obvious Halloween bike, then you can do that. We have 3 more left, and this one is the Bravado Yuga Classic. And this one, actually, it's got a pretty cool livery on it, which I'll get to in a second. But you can see the customization, not that impressive. It's not that incredible. There is a roof option, which you can make a sunshade, which we'll go ahead and put on. There's the skirt extension option, or the arch extension options. You can obviously lower the car if you so choose. There's also a tailgate option if you want to go even more like sort of old school. What we can do if we go into livery, so just scrolling through, you got some sort of classical, simple style themes, but then you got the freaking mystery machine. So that's probably the most people are gonna do with this vehicle. It serves no practical purpose. I mean, these liveries are kind of cool, but it's a van. It's Yuga van, not very great at turning, at performing, at anything really. But I could see some people using the Surf's Up livery here and making the mystery machine from Scooby-Doo. Next up, we have the other sort of sport style bike, the Pegasi S-Key. And this one, if we go down to engine, this one actually does not have any engine upgrades, but bodywork, we got the front mudguards, which you can actually put up there, which is kind of cool. That's for the off-road version. Or you can have the retro. Let's go with the retro. Then you got the headlights, which you can remove that little piece around it. The seats, you can make an off-road seat and then some other options. Rear mudguards, you can add a mudguard or you can remove the plate holder. And then the fuel tank has a few different options here. We'll go with the reinforced tank because it adds some different colors. You can see from those colors, though, the secondary and the primary options. As for the liveries, this one has 13 and kind of similar to the Vortex in that they're just really simple and they're basically just a bunch of lines. And then last but not least, we have the Classic Tornado Rat Rod. So this is like the 8th freaking edition of the Tornado, but this is the Halloween-esque themed car. And as for upgrades, we have the, so you have the custom exhaust, which is kind of neat. Let's see, hood option. You can, if you don't like the stock hood, you can go with the triple intake or the single intake, which will do. Lights, that's obviously the same. You can put those on. Respray, it's only got a primary color, and it does look worn down, so it's kind of like the Voodoo in that regards. And you can see as we go to the wheels, the back wheels are absolutely massive compared to the front wheels. So they basically took those are like the wheels from the Drift Tampa and just made them bigger. I believe that's it though. There's really no customization on this car apart from the hood and the exhaust. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching. Like I said, I'll keep you guys updated once we know the prices of these vehicles and the release dates maybe. But until then, let me know in the comment section what you think. Out of all the 8 vehicles, which ones do you think you'll be picking up? I think I'm going to be going with the Vortex, obviously the Sanctus, and then the Tron bike. Maybe the Damon if I want another chopper-style bike. See you all in the next one, though. Drop a like if you did enjoy. And as always, see you in the next one.